Hello, welcome to Direct Stars. In our lesson today, we're going to be talking about kingdoms of life. Okay, so you're welcome to class. Our objectives for these lessons are that at the end of this lesson, you should be able to understand the concepts of classification. You should be able to identify and describe kingdoms. You should be able to classify unknown organisms into the correct kingdom based on their characteristics. So, what is classification? Classification is simply the system of assembling organisms, as in the case of biology, is the system of assembling organisms into groups or sets based on their likenesses and variances. So when we talk about classification in biology, one word that should come to your mind is taxonomy. What is taxonomy? Okay, take a look at the whiteboard. Taxonomy is the science of classifying and naming living organisms based on shared characteristics and evolutionary relationships. Okay, so when we talk about taxonomy, we have the kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. Okay, so now we have about five kingdom classification. But before scientists came up with the five kingdom classification, there was originally two kingdom classification in which scientists used in classifying organisms before the arrival of the five kingdoms. So who postulated that? This brings us to the man called Carolus Linnaeus. I'm sure you've heard about Carlos Linnaeus before. He is the scientist that came up with the two kingdom classification, whereby he generally categorized all living things into two kingdoms, the kingdom Plantae and the kingdom Animalia, whereby he classified all the plants under the kingdom Plantae and all animals under kingdom Animalia. This went on for quite some time, but then biologists, scientists found that it wasn't efficient. They needed a more complex one, whereby all the complexities of different organisms will be able to fit into each kingdom which they are placed in. So, in the course of this, there came up another kingdom classification by a different person, a different scientist called R.H. Whittaker. So this is it right here. So he came up with the five kingdom classification, whereby he was able to look at all the differences, the different complexities, variances amongst living organisms, and then came up with these five kingdom classifications. So let's name them together. We have the kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, kingdom Plantae, and kingdom Animalia. I hope you don't forget it. Let's go over it a second time. We have Kingdom Monera, Kingdom Protista, Kingdom Fungi, Kingdom Plantae, and Kingdom Animalia. So when we talk about Kingdom Monera, what are we talking about? We're simply talking about the bacteria. And under bacteria, we have two types of bacteria. We have the Archaebacteria and the Eubacteria. And under the kingdom Protista, examples of the kingdom Protista, we have the protozoans. From the word protist, protozoans, we are talking about the same thing. Examples, we have the chlamydomonas, the amoebas, the euglena, the paramecium. Yeah, all these are called protozoans or protists, whichever you want to call them. Then next we have the kingdom fungi. Under the kingdom fungi, we have the bread molds, we have the mushrooms, we have the yeast. When I talk about bread molds, these are those growths that you find on a stale bread. a bread that is maybe damped and left overnight or for some days. There's this kind of should I call it a green colored growth that you're going to like find on it. So this particular growth is a living thing, and it is they're all called fungi as they are being classified under the kingdom fungi. So under kingdom fungi, we have the bread molds, we have the mushrooms, and we have the yeast. I'm sure you know what yeast are. It is also often used to make the dough rise whenever you're baking. Okay. And next comes the kingdom Plantae. Here is where all the plants on earth are being classified. And finally, we have the kingdom Animalia. And it is in this kingdom that we humans actually fall into. Humans and all animals are being classified under the kingdom Animalia. I hope you got that correct. Okay, we're going to be stopping here for today. Please do well to subscribe, like, and don't forget to comment. Follow our YouTube channel at Direct Stars. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.